All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 57 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it.
And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Black 22! Black 22!
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Blue 80! Blue 80!
They keep it with Miller on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Come back, come back.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Tiger. Two jet.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And an alley to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way it down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Come back.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Richmond. Green the line. 2 jet.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st down, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Mixon. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. The Bengals hoping Mixon improves on the numbers from his rookie year. He's back there again on first down. Looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. On 1st and 10, Watson. Hopkins with a quick feed. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
He'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He'll look to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3 and 8.
He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Gone! Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
Now back to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Come back.
On first down, it's Watson. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Jaron Reed. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Watson off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go down again. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got him in, complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. Watson on first down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Hopkins. That one goes for 24 yards. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Come back.
The final shot before the break. Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they will take a 7-point lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Hey, Green.
second half begins with a run from Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled by Jordan Willis. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Bengals have recovered it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now Balaj. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go now. Green.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney able to get him for a loss of about 3. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Tavecchio puts this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And here comes the Texans now. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Come back.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Tiger. Come back.
From the 50, it's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Come back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come back, come back. Green the line. Green the line.
On 1st down, Watson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, blue 80. Blue 80.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. As his guys are in for 6, and the Texans will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Crosby on now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's loose again. He's at the 30, 10, 5.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. With that penalty, they only need 1 yard for the 2-point conversion.
And that can make all the difference trying to get those 2 points, right? Inches count down here in short territory. Maybe now they can get the 2 points that they want a lot easier.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Crosby connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2-by-2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that will shave one more off this lead. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Come back, come back.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw here. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Green's got it over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
One thing I can say pretty safely, That route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Open space inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds, but that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Set. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Here's Mixon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And caught right side, Green. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now back to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off of play action, it's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Come back, come back. Black 99 Philly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
To throw on second is Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Right there. All day, baby. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A very solid gain of 27. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll drop the throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point try now for Crosby. Crosby with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a club.
And that's caught inside the 35. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Houston, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.